guys, thanks for joining me. My name is Retro Leo, and I am here to do another episode of Leo's Super Sweet Pickups. It's been quite a while since I've done an episode of Super Sweet Pickups, so I'm kind of excited to show you what I got out and about at a couple swap meets at the legendary store called Book Off. Different things like movies, a couple video games, a couple book sets, things I think you might be interested in. So let's go ahead and start with some of the movies that I got.
Let's do it, eh? Let's do it!
At Book Off, I was real happy to score this for 25 bucks. This set is worth around $100. Sealed can go for upwards of around $250. And that is the out-of-print, very rare Star Wars Trilogy set that includes the original theatrical versions.
Yes, I bet you have.
Without all the fluff that George Lucas added later on because he was bored and decided he wanted to add different special effects and CGI effects to his Star Wars movies. Obviously, CGI was not available back in the late 70s and early 80s. So, I mean, I guess you can kind of understand why he wanted to do it, but there were just so many things that made the original Star Wars films just so classic in their own right. And so it's so great to have this set. Keep a lookout for this set. It's a real nice one, pretty rare. Look it up on eBay if you want to check out the value of this. I think on disc 2 is the ones that come with the, let's see if I can get that there. Focus. It's not going to focus, but it shows that it comes with the original theatrical 1977 version of Star Wars. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, so these are the Blu-rays I got down at Kobe's Swap Meet. I haven't been going down there so often, but finally went actually today, and I was really happy with what I picked up. So I picked up with the slipcovers. As you guys know, I'm a big slipcover fan, and that is Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 on Blu-ray. So real happy to get Iron Man 1 and 2. I think the only Marvel film that I'm missing now is going to be Captain America the Winter Soldier, which I'm still on the lookout for one out and about at the swap meets with a slipcover. I also picked up for only $6, I was real happy to get this, the Batman Motion Picture Anthology 1989 through 1997, and that's obviously all the original Batman films. The first two with Michael Keaton, Batman and Batman Returns. The third with Val Kilmer, Batman Forever, which I actually feel Batman Forever is actually kind of an underrated film. And then of course Batman and Robin with George Clooney and Uma Thurman, which is clearly the worst Batman film of all time, extremely campy and just not in a good way, just quite terrible. So, real happy to get these. I actually already had the Batman series on Blu-ray on a 4-disc, one of those like the single Blu-rays that comes with like 4 movies, a 4-movie pack. But I was real happy to get this. I figured, you know what, to get the little pack that's, comes with the cool logo on the front and the anthology, why not for $6? I also picked up first Robocop. This is the unrated director's cut, and it is a steelbook. So this is really cool. This is the original Robocop. Real happy to get this. I'm a big fan of the Robocop series, so happy to add that to my collection. I also picked up another steelbook down at the swap meet. This is actually straight out of Compton, the steelbook. And
Hey, cuz! What up, man?
What's going on?
Shut the fuck up, blood.
You didn't think we saw that, huh? Let me see how you do that shit again. Let me see.
I was just playing, man. I swear I was only playing, man.
You think niggas out here playing?
I haven't seen it yet. I really did want to see this film, and I didn't see it, so I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the $8 to get the steelbook edition for it. I mean, I think on digital it still costs on Vudu like $9.99, and the DVD is $10, and Blu-ray is still $14.99. So I figured $8 for the steelbook, not bad. So definitely happy to get that, and I'll watch that and review that soon. I also picked up down at the swap meet for $4. This is the 35th anniversary edition digibook of John Carpenter's Halloween. There's some different features. It includes a a new audio commentary by the writer-director and Jamie Lee Curtis, a new The Night She Came Home featurette, an On Location, which is 25 years later featurette, TV version footage, which if you remember sometimes you'll watch, I remember like in the 90s and stuff, there would be a lot of times where you see like TV versions of films, there would be these extra scenes, and you'd be like, where did this scene come from? This wasn't in the movies, what is going on? I know Ace Ventura was another movie that had like random scenes, and you're just like, oh, that's crazy. And also the original trailer and TV and radio spots. So kind of cool to get this, and then, you know, there's like the original poster, and then just like some things to read if you're a big fan of the original Halloween films. One more thing, actually, I got at the swap meet, and that is Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. This movie is just fantastic. Mel Gibson, however you feel about him personally, he's a phenomenal director, and he did such a great job with this film, directing this one. If you haven't seen Mel Gibson's Apocalypto, this is definitely one you need to see. All right, so let's see here. Oh, this was kind of cool. I picked up Child's Play.
I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
Did you fuck with me?
And that was from my buddy, That Fat Samurai Guy and his lady, Fat Blood. This one was real cool. It's kind of like a Chucky's 20th birthday edition, and it's just kind of cool to have this. Real cool to get this. There's some special features on it. This film traumatized me growing up, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a follow-up to the DVD that I just showed you. This is the Chucky Collection.
I hate kids.
Know what's good for you? You are going to love, honor, and obey.
I wouldn't marry you if you had the body of G.I. Joe.
I only paid $5 for it at Book Off, so I figured why not get it. It's less than about $1.60, 70 something per film. I also picked up down at Book Off. This was brand new, and it included the digital, so I paid $11 for this. It was sealed brand new for Suicide Squad.
Complete the mission, you get time off your prison sentence. Fail the mission, you die. Anything happens to Colonel Flagg, I'll kill every single one of you.
With the slipcover, it was in great shape, so happy to get Suicide Squad. I'm going to check that out. Also at Book Off, I did pay $14 for this, again, mostly because it had the digital code and the slipcover included, and the digital did work, and that is Doctor Strange. And I know that, like I said, most of these slipcover editions of Marvel films and Disney films tend to run out. They release a limited batch of them with slipcovers, then you just don't see them. Ah, yes, so I purchased this over, and you guys know I'm a big Disney fan, obviously, and I purchased this over at Fry's Electronics for $8.99, and that is the Goofy movie.
All I need is a chance on second thought, a second glance will prove I got whatever it takes. It's a cake.
And speaking of Disney films, I also picked up The Lion King, obviously, with the slipcover. And then I also picked up, because I do collect these, is The Lion King Target exclusive digibooks. And then I also picked up The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. For a while, before these were finally re-released a couple weeks ago, God, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride on Blu-ray was going for upwards of like $50 to $60. All right, I know you guys and gals have been patient to see what kind of video games I got. I did get 3 PS4 games that I picked up, starting with the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, which does come with all the download content, which includes Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn. I'm a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls series, and I'm a huge fan of the Fallout series, both series released by the video game company Bethesda. I was a big fan of this game, and I'm finally playing it with mods, because they released mods on the PS4, so it's just kind of cool to add all these things that I've downloaded, different lighting textures, smarter NPCs, and things like that, so it's real cool to play this game with mods for the first time through. I also picked up WWE 2K17 and UFC UFC 2 just because I enjoy both. I'm a fan of both. The games have come a long way. They're both very enjoyable, especially UFC 2. The career mode has a really good replay value. And WWE 2K17, obviously it's fun to just, you know, go in the ring with The Undertaker and deliver choke slams. And last but not least, I did get a couple book sets. These were in mint condition, and I got them for $2 each. Now, these are book sets that since converted over into film and major motion pictures. So this is the Hunger Games trilogy, obviously, and I picked this up for $2. Now, the cool thing about getting the Hunger Games book series is I haven't seen any of the films, and I did that for a reason. People told me that the books were just fantastic and I should read them, obviously by author Suzanne Collins. And so I'm going to go ahead and give these a read and just kind of go into this book series very fresh without any preconceived notions of what another person's idea for the film has come to be manifested on the silver screen. And kind of the same with this, I got this for $2, and that is the Divergent book series. So I thought that was kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think about these book series. I know they're pretty popular, and since they've become, you know, films, you know, they've had their own criticisms, but I'm really excited to delve into those books and check those out. And last but not least, I picked up these books as well. This was kind of cool and interesting to me. This was the Oz, the Complete Collection, Volume 1 and 2. And I thought that was kind of cool. It looks like Volume 1 comes with The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, which I'm assuming is the first one, maybe? The Marvelous Land of Oz, and then we have Ozma of Oz, whatever that is. And then Volume 2 comes with Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz, The Road to Oz, and The Emerald City of Oz. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. You know, I'm a big fan of this film. I mean, this is a film from back in the 1930s. I'm just a classic. So real excited to check these out. Let me know if any of you guys have read these stories or books and if they're any good. So definitely excited to check these out. And oh, you know what? There is actually one more item I did get, one more video game related item, and that is an original Nintendo DS. And the reason why I actually picked this up was because it was actually in really good shape. I paid $3 for it, and the screen for the Nintendo DS was just like in great shape. And the thing is there's like this, you know, the crack in the plastic here, but I figured for like, you know, for $3, if it really does work well, which, you know, like I said, I took a chance on it. I didn't have the power cable and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. Just very limited scratching. You know, it's kind of cool. There's like a couple nicks right here and like a scratch on the front, but that's like about it. So I figured for $3, why not take a chance on it? All right, guys, that is the newest episode of Leo's Super Sweet Pickups. I'm so glad you guys joined me. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you are a newcomer to my channel. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace!